Good morning student. Myself Vinod Bhatti, continuing our chapter number 2, human system. In previous videos we have studied about the human digestive system, human respiratory system and the blood. Now today we will study about the human circulatory system, a system which is responsible for the regulation of the blood in our whole body is known as human circulatory system, which transports the blood in various parts of our body. Now, in our human circulatory system, there are three main parts. First of all, heart, blood vessels, and blood. So, in human circulatory system, there are mainly three main parts are there. First of all, we should know about the heart. Heart is a muscular organ. Its size is nearly equals to our fist. Now, the heart is made up of a special type of muscles known as cardiac muscles. It is responsible for the pumping of the blood in whole parts of the body. It does not purify the blood, but it pumps the blood through whole parts of our body, and it is our main delicate organ. Next, there are four chambers in our heart, and the upper two chambers are known as atrium and the lower two chambers are known as ventricles. The left part of the heart contains the pure blood and the right part of the heart contains the impure blood. In the right part of the heart, through the superior vena cava, the impure blood or deoxygenated blood, means the blood which contains the carbon dioxide gas mode, are known as deoxygenated blood. Through this largest vein or superior vena cava, the impure blood or deoxygenated blood is get collected in our right portion of the heart or in our right atrium. Now, whereas aorta is the largest artery of our body. It carries the pure blood from the heart to the whole parts of the body. It transfers the blood, oxygenated blood or the pure blood from the heart, means from the right ventricle. It carries the blood and it transfers to the whole parts of the body. The systematic diagram of a human heart I have drawn here. Now, this is the superior vena cava. The superior vena cava, the largest vein of the heart, which carries the impure blood, means deoxygenated blood, carbon dioxide rich blood from the whole parts of the body to the right atrium. This region is known as right atrium and this region is known as left atrium. This region of the heart is known as right ventricle and this region of the heart is known as left ventricle. So, here the superior vena cava, the largest vein, carries impure blood from the whole parts of the body and gets stored in the right auricle. In the right auricle there is a impure blood, and in between this right ventricle and right auricle there is a valve known as tricuspid valve present in between them, which prevents the backflow of blood into the auricle again. So, now the right ventricle also contains the impure blood and it is responsible for transferring of the impure blood to the lungs through a artery known as pulmonary artery. It is the only artery which carry impure blood from right ventricle to the lungs for the purification of blood. In the lungs also the blood purification occurs, but mainly the blood purification is of our kidneys. Kidneys are the filter of the blood which filters the blood, and after that the pure blood is being transferred to our body. Now, similar to that, in case of superior vena cava, here in our the pure blood is present in our left region of the heart. The aorta is the largest artery which carries the pure blood from the left portion of heart to the various parts of the body. Actually, the aorta will take the pure blood from left ventricle and transfers to whole parts of the body. Between the left auricle and left ventricle there are bicuspid valve present, which also have the same function to prevent the backflow of blood from ventricle to the auricle region. Here from the lungs, when the blood purifies in the lungs, after the purification the blood is being carried to the left auricle through a vein known as pulmonary vein. The pulmonary vein is the only vein which carries the pure blood from lungs to the heart. So these are the different regions of the heart which carries different functions. Now, how the circulation of blood takes place? Since the blood circulation in human heart is carried in two ways or in two steps, so it is known as double circulation. In first step, the blood from heart goes to the lungs. Here in the lungs, the exchange of gases takes place, and after the exchange of gases, it again carried out from the lungs to the heart. Now, when it reaches to the heart, now the heart pumps the blood to the various parts of the body through the aorta. Since the blood circulation is two times, first from heart to the lungs and second time from heart to the whole parts of the body, so it is known as double circulatory system. Systole. The contraction of the heart muscles is known as systole, whereas the relaxation of heart muscles is known as diastole. Yes, so contraction of heart muscles is known as systole and the relaxation of heart muscles is known as diastole. On the regions of the heart, there are two nodes are present known as SA node and AV node. Sino-arterioventricular node and arterioventricular node. This SA node and AV node creates the electric shock on the heart muscles, and so that the heart will beats, and so the contraction and relaxation of the heart muscles takes place. The heart will contract and relaxes, and through the contraction and relaxation the blood is being stored in the heart and blood is pumped from the heart is due to this contraction and relaxation. The rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the human heart is known as heartbeat, and it creates a sound known as lub and dub sound. This lub and dub sound is produced due to the contraction and relaxation of the heart muscles. Now, the pathway of the transfer of the blood from the heart. First of all, the systemic circulation. From the systemic circulation, the impure blood through the vena cava goes into the right auricle. When auricle region relaxes, so it will expand, and as it expands, the blood from the body parts through the vena cava goes into the right auricle. As the auricle region contracts and ventricle region will expand, so the impure blood from right auricle goes to the right ventricle. Again, now as the auricle relaxes and ventricle contracts, the impure blood gets stored in the right auricle, and the impure blood present in the right ventricle goes to the, due to the relaxation, the impure blood gets stored in the right auricle and the pure blood gets stored in left auricle. At that time the ventricle region will contract, so the impure blood from the right ventricle goes to the lungs through the pulmonary artery, whereas the pure blood from the left ventricle goes to the various parts of the body through aorta. Now again the auricle region will contract and the ventricle region will relaxes. At that time when the auricle region will contract and ventricle region expands, so the impure blood from the right auricle goes into the right ventricle and the pure blood from left auricle goes into the left ventricle. This circulation of blood continuously done, and so the human circulatory system is continuously working, and so we can get the respiratory gases in our body, and the transportation of blood is regularly through this heart. Heart is the pumping machine of our body, since it pumps the blood into the various parts of our body. I hope you are able to understand. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home. Stay safe.